There will come a time when I post my live reading of my book to YouTube, but it is not this day. Hey, what's up, interwebs? My name's David, and you are Chilling with Schilling. How you guys doing? Been a good day so far. As you can tell, still in my robe. Means it's been a good day. But I got some stuff I got to do later on, so I figured I'd pop on a little early. It's 11:30 or so here in my area, and I figured I would just say hello. Couple of things on my mind today, so we're gonna jump right into it because I don't got a whole lot of updates and stuff right now because I just posted another video a couple days ago. Things I want to talk about. There is one thing I want to talk about today before I get into the protein and the carbs of the video. I spent my morning updating games. Ooh, first world problem, no big deal. It isn't a big deal, but all the games I wanted to play were out of commission. Talked to you guys in my last video about routine and how routine is important to my brain. So it kind of threw my routine out of whack. Kind of sucked. But whatever. No big deal. I'm going to play them anyways. Later on, a little bit later, once I finished updating, installing them. Oh, I need a new computer. Okay, everyone. Carbs and protein. Carbs and protein. Carbs and protein. I don't weigh myself. I don't. I haven't in like a year and a half. Not entirely true. Weighed myself once in a year and a half, not including going to the doctors, because, you know, when you go to the doctor, it's almost mandatory that they weigh you for some reason. Make sure you're still in a healthy weight, I guess. Anyways, haven't weighed myself in a long time, but I am doing better, healthier. I am much healthier. I am still the same weight as per the last time I weighed myself, which was a couple months ago, sometime in 2023. But I have noticed a big change. At work, I'm moving things a lot easier. Heavy things. I'm happy about that. It makes my job a lot easier. At the same time, my pants don't fit. My shirts fit better because I got a gut. But that's beside the point. I'm losing weight. Rather, size. Not weight, but size. And when it comes down to it, that's far more important to me. Losing size. Get myself into a healthier physical position without necessarily focusing on how much weight I lose. I mean, you guys all hear the fitness people saying things like muscle weighs more than fat, and this is how much fat 10 pounds of fat is versus 10 pounds of muscle, and yada, yada, yada. But it's true. I'm moving things easier. I weigh the same. I'm losing size. I'm feeling pretty good. I just gotta work on my cardio. My lungs. I might kind of want to start playing soccer again. I mean, I know I'm not good at it, but I really kind of want to start playing soccer again. Locally, I'm not going to drive an hour and a half just to play soccer for 45 minutes and then drive an hour and a half back. That's too much. But I think it'll really help me with my cardio. So I might do that. Maybe not, but I might. We'll see. All right, guys, full disclosure, now is the time I would pull out my book, the book that I wrote, but I'm not going to do that right now. I was going to do a live reading of the first chapter, the prologue, but I want to get it a little bit more under my belt before I do. I don't want to be stuck reading the whole time when you want to be looking into my eyes. So I'm going to make sure I keep my pretty brown eyes faced on the camera, and to do that, I'm going to have to prepare a little bit more. So stay tuned. Give me a few videos and I will actually have a reading for you guys of at least a little bit of it, because that'll be fun. One more thing I kind of want to go onto the topic of, and it is a little bit personal, but I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm positive I'm not the only one. I have a hard time deciding whether I'm lazy or I don't have the energy. Physical energy, the spoons, doesn't matter whether I have the energy or not. And I can't decide which. Sometimes, most of the time, a lot of the time. So I keep moving around. I'm not happy with my levels right now, so forgive me. But I'm not sure. Yesterday, for example, I was nearing the end of my shift, so there's that evidence. But I was slowing down a lot. And I don't know if it was just because I was tired and physically unable to keep going, running out of spoons energy-wise, mental capacity-wise, or if I was just being lazy and just, I don't feel like working anymore today. That's a big gray area for me still. And I don't know how to address that properly. See, I'm trying to push myself and I want to push myself, but I don't want to push too hard because burnout runs in this head. So I'm trying many different things, but I'm trying to push through, trying to slow my pace down, doing myself as many favors as I can. Many little breaks, 30 seconds here and there, 2 minutes here and there, stuff like that, just to make sure that I can keep pushing through and keep going through with my work. But it gets tricky because I don't want to become complacent. I don't want to just, I'm allowed to relax now. Because that's not who I am. I want to get better. I want to be okay again. I don't want to be some guy that's just clout following and using my mental health as popularity, because that's not what I'm about. And that sort of brings me to the main point of what I want to talk about today. And that's clout chasing versus helping. Personally, I'd like to think that I'm the latter, that I'm doing this to help. I've gone through real things, serious things. I'm not just claiming to have my story, my history, my mental health that I do. I am diagnosed with things, and that's sort of a big factor into, I think, where the ground floor is. For me, at least, I am okay with sharing my story, sharing my help, because I've lived through these experiences. I haven't just read something in a book. I don't just know someone who knows someone, my eighth cousin twice removed who lives in another country and I've only ever spoken to once in my life. These are my experiences. I'm not just professing to have these health concerns based on my experiences. I'm diagnosed to have these health concerns based on my experiences. But there are more and more people, not so much on YouTube from what I've found, but on other platforms, that really jump on the bandwagon of, you might have ADHD if, and this is how I overcame depression, and cure any ailment with these simple hacks. That stuff is dangerous. Dangerous because you're either going to misdiagnose yourself, underdiagnose yourself, overdiagnose yourself, or, and with them, other words I can throw in because my brain isn't working right now. Also, you're giving people the wrong idea that someone like myself who has a different brain chemistry than 10 years ago because of trauma that I've experienced in my life, that I can just exercise away my mental health challenges. That doing yoga or meditation will help. It'll fix me. It's going to help a lot. Meditation can be very beneficial to those who do it well, to those who practice on the regular. Exercise is incredibly important for everyone, healthy, mentally, physically, or not. Exercise is very, very important to your mental health, especially. But those aren't cure-alls. Neither is taking medication. I can't just pop a prescription and poof, I'm fixed. There's a lot of work that has to be done along with exercise, with meditation, with seeking a therapist, with seeking a psychiatrist. There's a combination of many, all of those. And no shame to people who choose to take prescription medication. I take prescription medication for my ailments. No shame to people who don't take prescription medication. Unless you really, really need it. If you are diagnosed with something serious and there is a medication that can help you, stick with it. There are many different types of meds that can help you for the same concern. If one does not work for you, try a different one. Medication can change you a lot, but sometimes that's a sacrifice we have to take for the health and safety of ourselves and the people in our lives. And I truly believe that. But I don't judge people who don't take medication. It's not for everyone. For some people, for a lot of people, it's not even needed. Changing your diet, exercising regularly, seeing a talk therapist, a counselor even, that can be very beneficial to a lot of people. And they don't need to take the prescription route. And that's wonderful, truly. But you got to work for it. You got to put in that work, that effort to make those changes. Go easy on yourself, but not give in to excuses or hiding behind your mental health. We live in a very linear world, and for us that don't move in a linear way, it is almost impossible to participate in a lot of ways. So if you are not neurodivergent, if you have a healthy mental health, go easy on us. Forgive us for being flaky or down all the time or ill or unwell or boring, things like that. Go easy on us. But if you are neurodivergent, don't use it as an excuse. Don't cry wolf. Push yourself through as best you can. I'm always pushing myself in all aspects of my life. I want to get better. I want to do better. I want to be better. And when I have other people checking in on me on the regular. Hey, are you okay? You doing all right? That's my cue to take a break. That's my cue to ease off a little bit, have a sit down. If I notice I'm disassociating or staring or daydreaming, that's my cue to have a sit down. Take 2 minutes and just reset. I have rules with my friends that I will only postpone or cancel plans if I am sick. Sick. Not if I'm unwell, not if I'm not feeling it. And that's my compromise to myself. Push myself to see people and to do things unless there's a severe wall stopping me. Then I'm sorry. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it from me, I think. No, one more thing I want to talk about. We're going to end things on a happy, positive, lighter note. I just want to say that I am so happy of the people in my life, or who are no longer in my life, that are doing well for themselves, that are living their happily ever after, especially from past relationships that I've had. More than a few people have found their forever person and are living their dream. And that makes me happy. It's sort of like losing a boxing match to the person who ended up becoming champion. It sucks that you lost, but at the same time, you lost to the champion. So you lost to the best. There's nobody else that could beat them. That's the way I look at that. I've gotten to a place now where I can be happy for those who have found their space and are doing everything that they wanted to. And with that, guys, I'm going to end here. I have places to go, people to see, and a very little amount of time to edit. So we're going to end here. I've already got some thoughts on the next YouTube video. I have some lines to read, and don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. This is my YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out my website, Chilling.with.Schilling.com. Also, don't forget to tell your friends.